Okay, we're going to give this a try. So the first thing I have to do is I have a piece of paper and I'm going to make a border. I'm going to measure 1/2 inch here, and I'm going to measure 1/2 inch on the other side. And then I'm going to take the ruler. I'm going to connect the dots and create a line that looks like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing on all 4 sides. So let's go here, go here. So again, 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to take the ruler and connect the dots like so. I want to do that on all 4 sides. So next I want to take this page, I'm going to start kind of breaking up into shapes, and we're just going to use circles and lines to make this happen. So I have the border here, and I do not want to draw outside the border, so I'm just going to lay my compass. I'm going to make a circle here like this. With the size paper we have, we really shouldn't do more than 1, 2, 3, 4, like maybe 6 or so circles, and we want them to be different sizes. So I'm going to kind of increase the width on this, and they're more than welcome to overlap. In fact, it's best if they do. So I'm going to make this maybe a little bit bigger, then draw another one here, and then maybe make it a little bit bigger, and then we're going to draw another one here, but it's going to go off the page. And then I like to kind of balance it out, so maybe I'll do a smaller one. It's going to be kind of down here, but it's not going to be touching any of the other ones. And then maybe I'll do like a really small one kind of up here in this corner. Like so. So I started kind of creating this composition with circles. And then I'm looking for kind of big open spaces, which is what we did last time. And I'm going to start kind of dividing up the spaces. So I see I have a huge empty space here, I have one here and one here. So just by using one line, and again I'm going to try to not go outside the box, I'm going to just start kind of breaking up space. I have a large circle here, large circle here. I'm doing them all in slants too. I'm not doing any of them straight across because I personally like slants. So I start getting something that looks like this. I want to break it up into smaller sections, but I don't want it to be too small. So I think probably one more line would be good. I'm going to go like that. So that's a pretty good place to start. I think that'll work. All right, so here I have my 4 pencils we're going to be using. So 4B, you may not have one, but I have some that you can borrow. Is going to be our darkest. Then our 2B is our next darkest. Our HB is like kind of right in the middle, and then our 2H is the lightest. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start shading these in. I'm going to start right in the middle, and that way I can work my way out. If I start on the edge, and then, so say I start on this one, and then I move this way, I'm going to smear it all the way across. So I'm going to kind of start in the middle. And what I may do is take a ruler, or even a piece of paper, which is actually better than a ruler. But I'm going to kind of darken in this edge first. So I'm going to take my 4B, which is my darkest. I have a nice sharp pencil. I'm going to darken this in so you can really see the line. And now I'm going to start shading. So I'm going to start kind of in the corner, and I'm going to scribble just like we've always talked about. And I'm going to kind of round it a little bit. So I'm going to kind of fill in this edge like so, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. Again, scribbling, I'm trying to hide my pencil strokes as much as possible. Same thing here. And so you start getting kind of this rounded feel to it. And now I'm going to run up the line. So again, this is my 4B. This is my darkest. For now, that's about how far I want to go with my 4B, so I'm going to switch over to my 2B pencil. And again, I'm scribbling. I'm going up, down, left, and right, but I'm lightening up as I go. And then again, I'm going to kind of round this out. I'm going to kind of round this out. And so what I'm trying to do is make it look like it gets further away from us on the edges, and then it looks like it's kind of bubbling towards us. And so you can see I'm working the edges here. And then that's about as far as I went with my 2B. So now I'm going to bring in my HB, and again, I'm scribbling, I'm barely touching the page. I'm trying to hide my pencil strokes as I go. I'm moving towards the center and getting lighter as I get to the center. And there's a lot of blending I still have to do, so I'm gonna have to go back over this again, but I just want to give you kind of the basic idea. And then the last one, of course, is the 2H, which is our lightest. And I'm holding the pencil kind of all the way to the back because I really want this to be light, but I really need it to fade from the HB to the 2H. And so the center section is going to be the lightest. And then you can see around the edge, it's not quite dark enough yet, so I'm going to go back over with the 2B, kind of darken up the edge. Again, I'm just scribbling lots and lots and lots of different directions. And the darker we make the edges and the lighter we make the center, the more it'll look like it's kind of popping off the page. And this is pretty much the whole trick. And I start there, and then I have one that I've been working on. And so you can see after a little bit of time, it starts looking like that. And that's it.